What's good, everybody? It's your boy Showtime. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all already know what time it is. So on this video right here, I want to talk about Chicago Sky. Now, just to inform everybody that may not know and may know, Chicago Sky, they're entering the 2024 free agency with 900,000 in cap space. They could sign up to about four max contracts. So they can pretty much give out four max contracts. And they also got two draft picks. They got one could potentially be top three, at the most top two, but it all depends on where Dallas lands at, because Dallas has their rights to swap picks if the ping pongs, I would say, in the lottery goes, say Chicago gets higher pick than Dallas, they can swap the pick. If Dallas get a higher pick than Chicago, they most likely gonna keep this, most likely gonna keep their pick or whatever. But Chicago do have over 900,000 in cap space, so they can give out four max contracts. Now, we watched this team last year. This team had a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes in this roster, especially after they traded Marina Mabry and they didn't replace Marina Mabry with players that can play at a high level. So I'm gonna say this: there's a lot of question marks on this roster. Now there are some players on this roster that's still under contract. That's a restricted free agent. Now they resigned Will. They signed Elizabeth Williams to a 1-year deal. Michaela most likely going to come back. I'm not sure about Isabel Harrison. Dana Evans on restricted. She's restricted free agent, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know what's going to happen with her. But there are some free agents out there that the Chicago Sky can sign. Now, if you support Chicago Sky, and you've been supporting them for years, you know this organization does seem to get in their own way. Now they have no coach. They're still looking for a head coach, and I've been on record saying, look, they need to. And I heard this though. I did hear this. They waiting on Stephanie White. What's gonna happen to Stephanie White? And if that's true, they're waiting on Stephanie White, and they're gonna go get Stephanie White. Now Stephanie White gonna want money. If they willing to pay her money, look, I'm gonna tell you this: if they serious about winning another championship and winning sooner than later, they need to do everything they can to go get Stephanie White. Pay her whatever she wants. Go get her, man. She's the best coach available. So now as far as the free agency, man, this is gonna be big. It's gonna be a big important year. Now that CBA kicks in next summer, not this summer, next summer. So you're gonna see a lot of players sign 1-year deals. Now, Donna Taurasi, now we know she's in her 19th season. She's probably gonna retire, whatever. We're not looking at Donna Taurasi. The names that you keep in mind, the names that you need to keep in mind is players like Kelsey Plum. Now, Kelsey Plum, now Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure they have her bird rights, but Kelsey Plum is in her prime. She's in the prime of her career. She's a 2-time champion. 6-year in. She's going to be a free agent, and it sounds like to me, Las Vegas may be cutting ties with one of their big players, and I doubt it's going to be Asia, and I doubt it's going to be Jackie Young. Maybe it's Chelsea Gray, maybe it's Plum. But Plum is a player that I'm pretty sure Chicago is looking at. I'm gonna say that Chicago will be looking at Plum, and that's if they're not looking to keep Kennedy Carter. Now, you listen to the X interview. The GM doesn't seem like he's 100% all in on resigning Kennedy Carter. I think what's going to happen is they're going to sit back and wait and see what other teams offer, because they do have her bird right. She is a restricted free agent, and if they don't offer her a lot of money, they probably gonna try to lowball. That's what I believe. I believe they may try to lowball her. Now you also got Satou Sabally. Satou Sabally plays for the Dallas Wings. Now this is a player that Angel Reese probably gonna end up playing with in the Unrivaled League. Now Angel Reese on record saying she's going to be recruiting. She's going to put her GM hat on. She's going to be looking to recruit players to Chicago. Now, a lot of players want to play with Angel Reese. And I do know this for a fact. It's a lot of players want to play with Angel Reese. Here's the problem. There's some players out there that don't want to play with Chicago because of the dysfunction. You know, the way they have treated their players in the past. Um, that's a big question mark right there. We just saw what happened with Teresa Witherspoon. So there need to, in my opinion, I really believe this. They need to do everything possible to go out there and get Stephanie White. Hopefully she becomes available so we're gonna get Stephanie White. So that'll show free agents that they're actually serious this time. Because if you just hire any coach, I don't think free agents gonna take this team really serious. Now, they got a chance to really do something. They got a chance to be something serious next year with the draft picks they got, the 2 draft picks they got in the first round. They got 4 max slots. Man, they can really do something. Like they got two. They got 2 future perimeter all stars. The best front court in the league. I'm gonna say it right now. The best defensive front court in the league. I'm gonna say that on record right now. You remember how Mark Jackson said Steph Curry and Klay Thompson gonna be the best shooting backcourt ever? I believe that can be the case for Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. I think they got a chance to be the best front court in history. You know, they just gotta put the roster around. Now we got Kelsey Mitchell. I think Kelsey Mitchell gonna resign with Indiana. Now there's other guards out here like Courtney Vandersloot. Courtney Vandersloot, who in the NBA, she's in the WNBA finals, 1 game away from winning another championship. Now she was part of that 2021 Chicago Sky Championship run. I think if I'm Chicago, I look to bring her back. That's if you're not satisfied with Lindsay Allen, you know, because I like Lindsay Allen. I think Lindsay Allen would be a good veteran point guard. She can be a good mentor for whatever point guard I'm predicting they get in the draft. Like Will's gonna return to Chicago because she's gonna be there to mentor Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, right? So, all right, so you go down the list, you have you got some players out here in this free agent class, like Cheyenne Parker, where you don't need a power forward. You got bigs. Um, you see Isabel Harrison, she's on the market. Now I'm gonna give y'all a name right here. A name right here that I do like for the Chicago Sky. And that name is I'm not see where is that. Now this is let me find go to the Storm. Now this an underrated player right here. Sammy Whitcomb. Sammy Whitcomb is an underrated piece. Now, she's a piece for off the bench, and she's a wing. Now, she's a veteran player. She's seasoned now. But I like her style of play. She can play the guard, she can play the wing. Her style of play, I think, will fit Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese. I think they need to bring in some vets that been around the league that can help bring some of that that good locker room chemistry. You feel what I'm saying? They need locker room. They need glue girls. I'm gonna say glue guys. That's the NBA term. So I'm gonna say, NBA say glue guys. I think they need glue girls in the locker room. Some vets like Whit Combs, or I'm just giving an example. But I do think they need to make a couple splashes. Number one, you need to make sure you got a point guard, man. That's number one. You can't have your bigs can't eat without a point guard. I mean, that's just point blank period. Shooting, you need to get some shooters. That's why I can see them looking at Satou Sabally. Assuming if she do leave Dallas, right? Because Dallas, I'm pretty sure they probably gonna pay her bad. You got Kelsey Plum again. Kennedy Carter. What are you gonna do with Kennedy Carter? That's gonna be the trick right there. Me personally, I feel like they should keep Kennedy Carter. I would do all I can to keep Kennedy Carter. I don't think it might not even take that much money, but I do think she deserves a payday because she played well, right? Now, the reason why they may not be 100% sold on Kennedy Carter because of past issues she may have had, and certain players may not want to play with her. It's a lot of things you got to factor in. Now, no matter what, I want people to understand something. Chicago doesn't have a good history. I mean, we just got to be honest. I see a lot of people, they try to put everything on Angel. It's not Angel. Players want to play with Angel. Kennedy Carter has a history. Chicago has history. So is Chicago looking at Kennedy Carter like, man, I wonder if this player would like to play with Kennedy Carter or not? Would they get along? Maybe so. Maybe not. You feel what I'm saying? But I believe Chicago, if I'm being honest, they can go out there really and offer these players money. That don't mean they're going to take it. But I feel like they need to conduct themselves more professional. They need to be more transparent. They need to be more genuine, and make players feel comfortable coming there. You feel what I'm saying? Now, they got the facility coming. That's been another problem why players like Skylar Diggins Smith didn't want to come. So you got the practice facility coming by next year. But if you ask me, part of me feels that Chicago Sky is going to drop the ball. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. I don't expect Chicago to do the best case scenario for whatever reason. I just don't. But I'm wishing them for the best. Me personally, I'm doing all I can to get the top players. I'm gonna try to win the championship next year if it was up to me. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think. Get in the comment section, light it up. How do y'all feel about Chicago Sky? What do y'all think about the 4 match slots they have? They have 900,000 in cap space. It's a lot of money. Let me know what y'all think. Get in the comment section, light it up. I'm out of here.